And now we have for you a very special session with very special guests. It's an absolute honor to invite on stage once again the one and only Dr. Maya Morsy. Coming all the way from Egypt. I would also invite Nimat Khalif, the chairwoman of Walks Events. They are here most generously. They've made this trip, especially from Egypt, all the way to invite you to the land of the Nile, to Egypt in 2020. It's going to be a women economic forum of a magnitude we may or may not have experienced before. It's going to be spectacular. And these ladies up here are going to make it happen. Welcome. Thank you.
So it's a pleasure to be again with you. We will watch a film about Egypt for a few minutes, and then you will hear from us what we want to say. So we'll leave you with a film from Egypt. Thank you.
And the sun gazed upon a land and chose it from among the others. And the land grew and became an empire, destined to be the cradle of civilization, and known as the mother of the world. A land of legend and mystery. A story to tell. A world to live. Gift of the Nile. Guardian of the past. Capturing the hearts of people all over the world. Get inspired to start your own story where it all begins. Welcome to Egypt, the most fascinating place on earth. Land of the pharaohs, muse of the world. Travel back to ancient times. Hear the voices from the past. Marvel as you wander through what is widely considered the greatest outdoor museum anywhere on the planet. Meet the city of Cairo, with its unique fusion of different cultures. Enjoy the all-year-round sun on one of the countless beaches. Lose yourself among the souks and markets to taste the flavor of Egyptian life. Explore the ancient tombs. Share the secrets from the past. Hold your breath as you stand before what is considered the greatest spectacle in the whole world. Live the Egyptian nightlife. Sail on a boat on the Nile. Or dive into an amazing world of color and beauty. From east to west, from north to south, visitors will find a unique place that will provide some of the richest experiences of their whole lives. Come and discover the land that has captivated the soul of the people throughout ages. An amazing trip you won't easily forget. Get inspired by the news of the world. Start your personal journey. where it all begins.
Thank you very much. It's a real pleasure to be again with my... Yes. This is actually what I wanted to say. I'm here with a great, great sister that I just knew a year ago, but I feel personally that I have known her for all my lifetime. We want to do magic together. We want to do things differently together. We want you all to come to Egypt, not alone, but get your families as well. We will try to do something spectacular together, and with my dearest sister Namet from Egypt as well, the three of us, with the support of the government of Egypt, will give you a good treat. Consider it a Women Economic Forum, consider it a new honeymoon with your husband, partner, consider it a family vacation. Come to Egypt. You will never regret it. Egypt is calling you, and we will be delighted, me, Harbin, and Namet, to receive you greatly in Egypt. You have a family, and imagine when you're sitting beside the Nile, few kilometers from the pyramids, few kilometers from the ancient history, there is something calling you. There is something calling you to come to Egypt with your family and friends. Thank you very much, and looking forward to see you in March 2020 in Egypt. Thank you.
First, I would like to thank Dr. Harveen, Dr. Maya. India and Egypt are both two of the oldest civilizations in the world. They have long relationship in so many different fields and in so many different levels. And in light of that, we are happy to announce that the Women Economic Forum is going to be hosted in Egypt. We're very honored and excited. And in March 2020. Actually, the Indian and the Egyptian women have very similar side-by-side stories in facing similar challenges and in sort of breaking similar barriers. And accordingly, we feel that the Women Economic Forum is a testament and a celebration of the power of women all over the world. So join us in Egypt and see you there. Thank you.
I can just share with you like Dr. Maya said, the magic of Egypt. And I can truly tell you, I experienced that something that she was talking about. It's something that is there that speaks to you from a very, very ancient past. My first time to Egypt was when, after Dr. Maya came to the Women Economic Forum 2018, she invited me to the World Youth Forum, which is hosted now every year. It is the largest platform for young people from all over the world to come to Egypt every year in November. And, with the sisterhood that you have, I just said, yes, I'm coming. And it was Diwali time, those of you who are from India will know that Diwali is one time we don't travel, because it is a time to be with family. It is a time of togetherness. It's in our culture, the New Year. And but when Dr. Maya said, for me, it was like family calling, because like she said, there was this instant connection between two very ancient civilizations and two very ancient souls who felt that they've known each other for lifetimes. So I just said yes, and I went. And when I was, making the bookings, I tried to come a day before so that I could attend Diwali at home as well, And I get a message from Dr. Maya saying, no, please, can you stay one more day as well? And I just, no was not an option. I just had to say yes to Dr. Maya. And so, which meant that I would be, celebrating Diwali in Egypt or in the flight of somewhere. But when she said that, I knew I had to say yes. I didn't know why, because that something was calling. And I go over there, I have my speech with an amazing panel. There's a lot of, as I said, young people, their president of Egypt, President Sisi. I was so amazed. He was attending the sessions like you and I are attending the sessions. And there was a lot of security, of course, I had to go through, because the president of Egypt was in the rooms, in the halls. And he himself was like sitting here, sometimes moderating, sometimes intervening, sometimes asking a question. He was, and the young people were so excited with that, because they could connect to a president, and they could have a direct dialogue. So anyway, it was all very exciting. And I had stayed that extra day, not knowing why I was staying that day. And the night before, so I knew I had done my speech, and next day was sort of free day to float around, because Dr. Maya had said, stay one more day. So I was that one more day. And at the night, I get a call from the president's office. They said, we are calling from the office of the president of Egypt, and you have been selected for something very special. Again, they didn't tell me what. It was super top secret, okay? Because nobody knew, okay? This was like a really top diplomatic secret, because that's how it functions, because that was the prestige and the importance of what they were doing. And what they had done was, I learned the next morning, they just told me that be ready at 9 o'clock, you will receive the second round of news. We will call you and let you know what this is about. So there was anticipation, like what's happening? I don't know what, I had no clue. It could have been the other way around. They could have found out something wrong in my papers and kept me there. I don't know what was happening, So you're in a foreign land, you just don't know. It's like this very James Bond 007 sort of suspense, And then in the morning, they meet me and then said, okay, we are going to tell you something, but you have to promise you're not going to say it to anybody, not even your family right now. So I said, okay, what is it? And they said, you have been selected amongst 10 people in the world to receive an award for the work that you do in women empowerment from the president of Egypt personally at the valedictory ceremony in the evening. And of course, it's so exciting. And what made it even more exciting, that I was the only person from India, and I was the only woman from India, and I was the only one receiving it for women empowerment. It was... And then they said, you have to come at this time, then the whole protocol and everything. And I was so excited, like, when can I share it with my family? They said, when you get it. So I said, okay, like, there's a slip between the cup and the lip. Don't mess it up. So in the evening, I was there, and there was this huge hall with 7,000 people, okay? And there was a stage 3 times the size of this stage, like stretching, maybe 4 times, like it was stretching like the infinity of Egypt, And on the stage, marches in with all protocol and, all the security and the armed forces and the commanders and the president of another country from Africa. I don't remember it. It's very high official, very high protocol. I've never been a president or prime minister, so it was the first time for me to experience something like that. And they call my name. It's flashed all the screens. It was live on every television. And I had left my phone, my phone with a person there. And by the time I came back from, getting the award, walking that, 200 feet to the president, receiving the award, getting a picture, it was a very, very overwhelming moment. And then I come back to my phone, and the first thing I want to do is tell my family, right? Because this is so exciting. And before I can tell my family, so many of my friends, I have a lot of them in Egypt, some in Bangkok, some somewhere who are connected to Egypt, saw it on some channels. Of course, it was all over the Egyptian channels, but it was on international channels. And they said, you just got an award from the president of Egypt. That the world knew before I could even tell my family. It was incredible. I have never ever experienced something like this ever in my life. And I can tell you, it was the magic of Egypt, but it was a magic of two women who are sitting over here right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever want an introduction to Egypt, if you ever want to revisit Egypt, there cannot be a better moment than this. So come to Egypt to celebrate the International Women's Day in March 2020. Indeed, that is where it all begins.
And add 2 days of tourism, but if you need my real words, add more than, because you can go to Luxor, to Aswan, and we're going to get you the best rates for tourism trips in Egypt, inshallah. It's going to be all through Dr. Harbin, but we're going to organize something good for you. You're going to get the best rates. You're going to get the best tours. So 2 days are not going to be enough. If you're going to go to Luxor and Aswan and see all these beautiful places, you will need more. Enjoy Egypt, and we're waiting for you. Thank you.
See you at the Women Economic Forum in Egypt. Thank you.
We also have something for Nemat. Dr. Maya, please accompany Harbin in presenting Nemat Khalil this award, acknowledging her as an exceptional woman of excellence. Thank you. At the Women Economic Forum, Day 2, New Delhi. This evening only happens this evening.